Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a quick tutorial over basically all of the heroes and which heroes to start out building up for a trap account. And again, I'm going to go over just in times of prioritization in terms of which heroes you want to go after first before you start going into any of the other heroes. So, to start off, okay, in case you guys are wondering, what are the two #1 heroes for a trap account? It's Rose Knight and Bomb and Goblin. Again, getting these heroes to Legendary Rank 8 is kind of your priority. You want to get them to Rank 8 so that you can get the maximum command, which is 10,000 per troops that they can be assigned to. And of course, you want them at Legendary so that you get their 20% army attack boost. Again, these are things that everybody goes after, and they're pretty much the sole point of a trap account. But before you go after those two heroes, you want to make sure that you do these two things before you get there. You want to go out of your way, and I recommend, especially if you're building your account and you have not gotten to a trap account stage, I recommend getting Trickster to gold first. You want to get him for that 25% research boost, as well as the energy regeneration and the max energy boost. And then as soon as you get Trickster done, I would recommend immediately after, you want to probably go straight for Sage's Storms, or you want to go for Scarlet Bolt. Why? Because of their 20% construction boost. Now, why is that relevant? Well, when you are building up a military force, you need to be able to, well, frankly, build buildings as quick as reasonably possible. And a 50% boost to your construction speed is a good chunk of time that you can cut down, especially if you are a free-to-play player. I recommend that you go that route so that by the time you are actually getting Bomb and Goblin and Rose Knight to gold, you will, in a nutshell, you'll be able to manage just fine. I would assume that if you have not gotten those two heroes to Legendary, and you have gotten Trickster to Legendary, that you should, at this point, probably consider getting Bomb and Goblin and Rose Knight to Legendary at that point. Of course, you know, that isn't necessarily, but I would recommend it. Needless to say, though, there are a couple of other things I do want to talk to you guys about. And that's, you know, it's pretty straightforward. What do I do if, and I'm like, as I'm building a trap account, what are some things that I can do, and what is the most efficient way to build troops? I believe almost, you know, occasionally I'll have people tell me, well, how do I get the resources I need? And, you know, how do I build these troops quick enough? Well, needless to say, I have an answer to you. There are two ways to do this. You can either, A, get a ton of resources. Now, it doesn't really matter how you do this. You can get it through hyper farms, which are basically alternate accounts of someone's, and you have those alts and then turn around and funnel resources to your main account every single day. Or you can go after and attack other players' farms and basically burn them instead, and you'll probably get a lot more resources, just saying. But needless to say, there is that route, and of course the third route, which is to mooch from your players, asking for resources and having them donate them to you. Of course, there is obviously bags. Now, my 2 cents on bags. In case you guys are wondering, I recommend if you are a trap account, you probably shouldn't use these. If anything, don't ever use these until you actually need to start healing troops, because believe me, you're going to need them. But having that said, when you have actually done that, you want to make sure that you have all of these buildings here to manors. Of course, if you haven't gotten all of these, you know, you probably should before you consider making a trap account. But the moment you have done that, you basically want all of those to be manors if you are printing tier 4s. If you are printing tier 3s, the only thing that you need to change is get rid of one manor and put in another barracks. So you will have 2 barracks instead. Of course, that brings your troop printing amount to 10,000. And of course, if you are printing tier 1s or tier 2s, then all you need to do is get rid of another barrack. Not barrack. You need to get rid of another manor. Having that said, that'll give you like three barracks, which will give you about 15 to 20,000, which is the easiest, quickest, and most efficient way to print tier 1s and tier 2s. But needless to say, if in fact you've done all of that, then, you know, and that, again, this is on the gem value. This is not counting time or anything else. Assuming that you've done all of that, though, guys, that is pretty much it for building up troops and getting resources for a trap account. Needless to say, I hope you guys found this information helpful, and needless to say, I'll have more videos on the way. I'll see you guys next time.